Hello and welcome. Now we are going to discuss about microbiome. So what is microbiome? The microbiome is the entire community of microorganisms such as bacteria, archaea, fungi, viruses and sometimes protists living in a specific habitat plus their collective genetic materials and the environment they interact with. So in other words, it can be said that the microbiome is the collection of microorganisms that exist in a particular environment such as the human body, soil, ocean or any other habitat. In everyday usage, microbiome often refers to just the community or microbiota itself, but technically it also includes the surrounding environmental conditions that shape the community. As we can see here, microbiome is composed of microorganisms, their genetic materials as well as the environment. In case of human, the term is often used to describe the microorganisms that live in or on a particular part of the body such as skin or gastrointestinal tract or GI tract. For example, the human gut microbiome includes all the microbes in the GI tract and their interactions with each other and the host. Similarly, the human skin microbiome refers to the community of microbes living on human skin. Here we can see different human microbiomes and the distribution of major phyla and genus. This figure is taken from an article of year 2010, so it is not based on the latest data. However, we can see the distribution of major phyla like Firmicutes, Bacteroidetes, Actinobacteria, Fusobacteria and Proteobacteria, as well as some major genus. Now, what are the types of microbiome? The microbiome can be classified in different ways, such as by habitat, by host or by function. The microbiomes can be categorized or classified in different ways other than those. Now we will see the types of microbiomes based on the habitat in human body. Gut microbiome refers to the vast majority of microorganisms, mainly bacteria, but also viruses, fungi and archaea that live in GI tract of human. It is the largest and most studied microbiome, and the human gut alone harbors trillions of microbes outnumbering human cells. Human gut contains the highest density and diversity up to 10 to the power 11 to 10 to the power 12 cells per millimeter of content, dominated by bacteria with at least 100 to 1000 of species across major phyla like Firmicutes and Bacteroidetes. Overall, the gut may harbor around 5000 distinct bacterial species. The oral microbiome refers to the diverse community of microorganisms that inhabit the mouth, including teeth, tongue, gum, cheeks, tonsils and saliva. It is the second most diverse microbiome in the human body after gut. It hosts approximately 700 bacterial species, making it among the most diverse site. Individual level data shows there are 100 to 200 species per person. The skin microbiome is the community of microorganisms that live on human skin surface. The microbiome composition varies by body region. The estimated diversity is around 1000 bacterial species spread across the skin. Although the exact species counts may vary, the surface density ranges from 50 million to over 500 million bacteria per square inch. The vaginal microbiome refers to the community of microorganisms that inhabit the female reproductive tract, particularly vagina. It is dominated by lactobacillus species. It helps maintain low vaginal pH around 3.5 to 4.5, creating an acidic environment that protects against harmful pathogens. The respiratory microbiome refers to the microbial communities inhabiting the nose, throats and lungs. There are so many other human microbiomes that are not mentioned here, such as the ocular microbiome, which is the community of microorganisms that live on surface of the eye, mainly conjunctiva, eyelids and tear film. Now the types of microbiomes based on environmental location. The soil microbiome includes the collection of microorganisms living in the soil that is critical for nutrient cycling and plant growth. The marine microbiome refers to the vast community of microorganisms living in the oceans and seas, which together cover over 70% of Earth's surface. It plays a major role in global carbon cycling. The freshwater microbiome is the community of microorganisms inhabiting aquatic ecosystems like lakes, rivers and ponds. The plant microbiome is the community of microbes that live on and inside plants. The built environmental microbiome refers to the community of microorganisms that are found in human-made environments such as homes, hospitals, office, transportation systems and other buildings. Now the types of microbiome based on function or relationship. The symbiotic microbiome refers to the microbial communities that live in a mutually beneficial relationship with the host. For example, in gut microbiome, Bifidobacterium and Lactobacillus help break down complex carbohydrates and produce short-chain fatty acids. In return, host provides nutrients and shelter. Commensal microbiome refers to the microbial communities that live on or in the host without causing harm. They are usually neutral and they simply coexist. The pathogenic microbiome refers to the microbial communities that cause harm to the host, leading to infection, inflammation, or disease. Some are always harmful, while others are opportunistic pathogens that only cause disease when the host immunity is weakened or the balance is disturbed. And the core microbiome means the set of microbial species that are consistently found across most healthy individuals in a given environment, such as gut, skin, oral cavity, etc. And the transient microbiome refers to the microorganisms that are temporarily present in a host or habitat, but they don't permanently colonize. Here we will know about some funny and surprising facts about human microbiome. The human gut microbiome contains around 100 trillion microbes, more cells than the human body, and its collective genome, which is called microbiome genome, has 150 times more genes than the human genome. Another interesting fact is the gut bacteria make happy chemicals. The microbes in our gut help produce neurotransmitters like serotonin, dopamine, which influence the mood and mental health. Another interesting fact is that microbes digest what we can't. Humans cannot digest certain fibers, but gut microbes breaks them down and turn them into beneficial compounds like short-chain fatty acids. Another interesting fact is that microbiome of a person is unique as fingerprint. No two people have the exact same microbiome. It's like a microbial fingerprint shaped by diet, lifestyle, environment, and genetics. Another interesting fact is that your diet reshapes your microbiome in days. Switching to a high-fiber, plant-based diet versus a high-fat, high-sugar diet can cause a major shift within 2 days. Here is some key points about microbiome. It includes microbes or microbiota, their genes, and the interactions with the host and the environment. The microbes in the microbiome can be beneficial, neutral, harmful depending on the context. It plays roles in digestion, immunity, nutrient cycling, disease resistance, as well as mental health. The term microbiota usually refers to just the microorganisms, while microbiome often includes their genetic content, functions, and the environment. So here we have discussed about microbiome, the types of microbiome, and few funny and surprising facts about human microbiome. Thank you everyone.